stuff happens. So let the backyard mechanics begin. Here it goes. The fun stuff. The whistle. You know, I got carried away because shiny parts around me. I get carried away, so I didn't film it. We've had a change of plans. So the China one that's on the ground just been tossed around. It's too small a rear housing, so we've gone away from it. Gone to the Pulsar one, added as a backup. I have to change that to a T4 flange, but that's roughly where I want it. It'll still work. We'll rotate the housing. It'll go for the intake, no intercooler, burner car. Only got to stay cool for a couple of minutes. You change the crappy rear dump pipe flange because I am still dumping it down. Change that to the V-band and that'll go down and out the boom tube. Wastegate, we ditched the shitty 38mm one too. I don't want problems when we tune it. I listened to reasoning. A few people commented and I've listened to reasoning. We'll just say that. Get rid of the cheap crap. It can cost me less than tuning and problems down the line. So we're using some really good stuff. Wastegate go somewhere up there, as close as I can get it to the turbo, and then straight out the bonnet with the screamer. Big screamer coming out of that. That'll look cool. That'll shoot flames hopefully if I get the tune right. It's going Aeroflow manifold, FG1 flipped, and it's further back than I wanted, so that's why I've had to pike up this damn thing to bring it up, and that's just 2-inch steam pipe. Sort of, yeah, it's a bit of an ish, bit of a mismatch. Bloody, it's an S. It's not a J pipe, it's an S pipe. It brings it right out the bonnet, so that's going to be cool. I'll sort of give you the idea. I've got another bonnet I've got to cut up. But anyway, I'm going to go do the V-band and around the big Turbo Smart Pro gate. I think I said that. But yeah. So I already loosened off the back ones. Rotated the centre. So oil feed in. You got your water lines in and out. Oil drain. And then I've loosened off the front. So it should be ready to turn now. And I want that down. Here's the cap. I want that down so this can then sit like that. So that's how I'm going to run the intake side of it, and then just got to tighten up the bolts on the back. So I go around and do all that. So just quickly looking at these oil drain fittings, and obviously that bolts to the turbo and bolts to the block, and then you got these fittings that come off it. I'm guessing that's the one off the block, and then that's the one they want to come off the turbo. But I'm not sure how they're going to fit because of how I've rotated that. Or it might, then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, well, I scratched it over here. Me being a dickhead already stuffed it up. I actually didn't rotate it far enough because that's the oil restrictor and the oil feed, and that's the oil drain there. So obviously they're the wrong way around. Just, I don't know what I was thinking there. Even when I got the instruction, I'm like, what have I done wrong? I'm thinking, and then I was like, then I looked closely and I thought, oh, you idiot. Anyway, so we're going to undo all those bolts and we're going to rotate the crap again so it's in the right spot. So we eventually got there. I got one of the Mumba kits, oil feed kits, 3582R, so it should work with this turbo. Being a 3582R. Now, it's the pipe that come with the drain kit. I forgot where I got the drain kit from. I think it might have been TI Performance or something. I'll confirm that later. But you can see the push lock hose isn't going to be anywhere near long enough, the one that comes with it, because most people don't put them out the bonnet. So I've got to chuck that away. And I'll get some longer pipe for that eventually. And this is just that normal one that goes where the oil pressure sensor goes. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to try and find some nice way to run these lines because that looks like shit. So I took the black bonnet off, and I have another bonnet from another territory. You can sort of see where I had it on there. I've marked underneath where the turbo sits roughly. I'm going to get a drill, and from this side I'm going to drill some holes as a guide through of where to cut. So I quickly put some etch primer over it, over the bonnet. After cutting the hole, I'll probably cut back a little bit further than I should. Remember, I'll put pinch seal, pinch weld all the way around it. But here's the idea. A little bit more on the exhaust. So I tack the other piece down there, and then it's got like a little angle on it. And I'm actually going to do a V-band down there so I can join the rear half. I might do a little piece off to straighten it up. It's getting late now. Had way too many beers to be doing this shit. But the GoPro battery died, and I thought, well, I'll wait and get this on video, bloody blah blah. But anyway, that's my old boom tube. So that's the piece I want to keep, because I want to keep this exhaust because it does sound cool. So it's the tube into the 2.5 inches, and then it went into a single 2.5 inch. And like, as you can see, like, that's the old piece. That's the old NA exhaust. I already cut it off. I sort of cleaned it up, and then I had a little bit of 3-inch pipe, and I sort of smashed it into a shape that fits that one. So it fits fairly well to the perfect shape. So it's going to go 3-inch into dual 2.5 inch and into the boom tube. With welds like that, I got a couple of good mates. One of them, a grinder. And then somewhere around here in this mess, we got something even better. We got some exhaust wrap. So that should hide all my crappy welding. I think it's going to be solid, but it's just not pretty. And oh, and the only thing I sort of wish I had done is a little bit of spatter around the V-band. I'm hoping I can just wire brush most of it off. I'm still going to get a good seal there. Not too sure, but all the welding experts out there are probably going to be looking at me and saying, what a fucking dickhead right now. But I just put a bit of grease around the one on the exhaust, because I'm going to start welding that up. I'm hoping that'll stop some of the spatter sticking to it. I know you can get actual like tip grease and crap, but anyway, we're going to weld up the exhaust pipe and another V-band on the bottom. Ah! There we go. So that's my oversized dump pipe finished, compensating for a little bit, I suppose. Ugly weld under there. Cleaned up these ones. They weren't too bad, but clean them up, they look nicer. Down the bottom, V-flange. It's not too bad. The grease sort of a little spider dot there. There. I'm going to wrap that as well. I'll paint and wrap it. Get a wire brush and clean all the grease and crap off. And then I get stuck into this thing. So it's still a bit rough, but should be alright. Now I just got to cut the T3 flange off, make T4 one, and that's that done. But it'll do. So we're in the middle of that tropical cyclone Alfred, but it didn't hit as bad as I thought. It's been perfectly fine up until right now when I wanted to try and record this little bit, because this is going to be a bit of an interruption. I'm going to take the opportunity here to say, if you haven't subscribed or liked already, if you've made it this far through the video, subscribe and like. Come on, people. But anyway, that aside, we're going to quickly run through. I didn't run through like how I made my water lines or any of that sort of stuff, but I'm going to quickly run through that. So the water lines themselves are just like an AN6 kit that I got off eBay. It come with all the different like little connections. I'm hoping you can hear this better anyway, because I got the mics going again. But it just comes with little connections like that, and they literally just here we go. So you push the cap over the hose like so, and then you just screw this thing in. I'm doing this in the pissing down rain, so sorry people. You screw it down, screw it up tight, and that gives you your solid like seal. So if you have a look down, you sort of see, so there's the feed line that comes out the thermostat housing, goes around up into the lower part of the turbo, and then the return comes out of there and down into the water pump. Now, so yeah, water pump's return, thermostat's feed. It's pretty easy to make. The only issue I had is I bought ProFlow fittings and they didn't work. They don't fit in the thermostat housing. So what I've actually got in the thermostat housing now is custom alloy, well, oh, there it is. There you go, there's a piece. So it's a custom alloy welding piece. So the ProFlow one didn't work. You see there's a massive difference between them. And then the ProFlow one goes to AN10, and then you need a stupid adapter on that to go back down to AN6. And yeah, so I didn't end up using that. I just went the custom alloy welding one, which worked perfect. And then I took out the custom alloy welding blanks, because remember, I'm not running heater hoses. But they also do like hardline adapters. So if you're not running, if you're not like me and you're still running heater hoses, you can get the custom alloy welding ones and adapt them. But yeah, anyway, I've about had enough of this rain, because it's really starting to rain now. And I apologise from here on in, because I didn't have these mics hooked up, the Rode mics, and my audio is probably going to be hit and miss, because it's just off the stupid GoPro, and GoPro sound is crap, as everyone knows. But yeah, I don't know really, there's not really too much more. I hooked up the oil lines, so the oil lines down there, you're probably not going to see it, but oil lines coming out of the oil pressure sensor, and then that runs around and up and into the oil turbo feed. Yeah, there's not much else to say, so I apologise for the audio from here on in the video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to just fit it all up again before I finish welding that T4 flange on. It's only tacked there, and everything where I notched for the nuts, it's perfect. The exhaust dump pipe thing that bolts back on, perfect. The only thing I didn't like is I was going to run the screamer pipe out here, but it just doesn't, I just don't like it. I can't really move it anywhere. Like, I don't want to bring it up in front of the turbo. I don't want it, like, it's too close to that as it is. So I'm thinking about turning it like that, and running like a U-shaped, big U-turn, bringing it up next to the exhaust. Downwind. Bring it up next to the exhaust and I finish it off up here. Making more progress. So the dump pipe's done. Well, not dump, so dump pipe's done, the extension pipe's done. It's all sort of bolted up there. There's no gaskets or nothing. No hose clamps on that pipe. And now we're just mucking around with the rest of the exhaust. I've got the burn tube part, and then I got the dump pipe part. So now we're we're just going to make that two them two join up, and yeah, then we get to start it. So it finally started raining. Caught me out a little, but anyway, the exhaust is done. Just the boom tube, 3 inch into the jaw, 2.5, and out the boom tube. I'm gonna go bolt it on because I want to have a shower and a beer after this and relax, and I'm too impatient, so I gotta bolt it on. And then if the rain stops, I'm gonna start it. Well, it somewhat stopped raining. There we go. So the oil return's currently just into the oil cap. The oil cap went on. Now of course it wants to start raining again. There's no gaskets in it. The exhaust is all bolted together now. I bolted that on. None of that's plumbed in. Like, it's not. It'll probably blow a hose. There's no boost control. So yeah, let's see what this thing does. At least we might see what it somewhat sounds like. Angela always stops recording when the exciting stuff happens. But anyway, yeah, blew the pipe off, like you'd expect. But anyway. She runs. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, because the next part, so now that all that stuff's fabbed up, the next part is rip the motor apart. So I'm probably going to rip it out because I can do the oil return, I can do oil pump, gears, valve springs, and I can do head studs and head gasket. So I figured if I'm doing all that, it's going to be easy to rip the motor out and do it all at once when it's easy out of the car. So next video will be ripping the motor out and doing all that, and then the video after that I'll do the fuel system and tuning. Fuel system off to the tuners and get all that done. So yeah, cheers for watching. Leaking too. Yeah. That wasn't done up tight first time. That one was dripping on it. Yeah.